What's going on, guys, for another Wednesday edition of Week 12 picks. I couldn't do it Tuesday. I had a huge headache and I just wasn't feeling it, so feeling a little better today, and let's get on with the picks. First off, we'll go back in time to Week 11, where the Giants were on bye, so this week was a little heartbreaking for me, but anyway, Thursday Night Football when the Titans faced the Jaguars, I chose the Titans +3 and to win it, but they did not do that, and they lost. So, yeah, I went 0-7 straight down my list, and then I started doing good to kind of salvage my record a little bit, but, yeah, so Raiders at Lions, I chose the Raiders, the Lions won. Colts at the Falcons, I chose Indianapolis to cover but not win, so against the spread I got it right, but straight up I didn't. The Jets versus the Texans, I mean, who knew the Texans were going to win? I don't think anybody guessed the Texans were going to win this one. The Buccaneers at the Eagles, I told you, I said it could happen, but did I choose the Buccaneers to win it? No, but I chose them to cover, so that worked out for me. The Broncos at the Bears, man, Brock Osweiler looks pretty good. I mean, he only put 17 points on the board, but he had 2 touchdowns, 250 yards, and 20 completions for 27 attempts, so he only missed 7 incompletions. So, I mean, he did very well for his first start in the NFL. We'll see how he does against the Patriots, which is a real big challenge, but he did pretty well. Rams at the Ravens. I didn't understand how the Ravens were actually favored in this one, but I guess I know why now, because they won. But man, I mean, Nick Foles is not a bad quarterback, but as soon as you saw Case Keenum hit the ground, I mean, Nick Foles is better than a concussed Case Keenum, am I right? And why they would leave him in the game is beyond me. Why Case Keenum would even try to stay in the game is beyond me. I wouldn't care what the coach said. If I'm putting myself in danger with my head, I'm out. So, especially in a contact sport like football. So you don't play around with that kind of stuff. Cowboys at the Dolphins. Cowboys win. They're fighting back in the division race. They're not even that far behind. So we'll see. I'll explain more about that later. Redskins at the Panthers, they got destroyed, so yeah, that was my lock of the week. My first lock of the week. Chiefs at the Chargers. I knew the Chiefs were going to blow them out, and they did that. Chargers are really odd. I think they're just fighting for a first overall pick at this point, so it's between them and the Browns. The Packers at the Vikings. I took Minnesota -1. I wasn't feeling it that much, because I didn't see Aaron Rodgers losing 4 in a row. I just didn't. But I stuck with it. Usually when I change predictions, I always lose them. And the one I actually predicted got right. So yeah, 49ers at the Seahawks in my second lock of the week. I knew they were going to get blown out. I was pretty close to my prediction though. I predicted 28-10. And it was 29-13, so I almost got it. I don't think I'm probably gonna get a prediction right this year. I've been slacking, but yeah, I chose Seattle -13, and they covered. So Sunday Night Football, the Bengals at the Cardinals. What a great! I absolutely loved this game. I loved it. It was a shootout. It was a lot of defensive plays, offensive plays, long plays, running plays. I loved it, man. I mean, J.J. Nelson, that rookie, man. I saw him at the Combine when no one ever heard of him, out of UAB, a football team that doesn't even exist anymore. And he was so underrated. He was drafted in the 5th round, and that guy put up 140 against the Bengals. So, yeah. Bengals put up a great fight, too. I mean, it was such a great game. Monday Night Football, the Bills at the Patriots. I barely watched this game because I wasn't really interested in it, to be honest with you guys. but the Patriots won 20-13. And also, they didn't cover, but they pushed, so it's a tie for me. So this week, over straight up, I got a 6-8 record. That brings me up to 95-65. Gives me a 59% accuracy, which is terrible. I have never done that in my life, guys. Do not think I'm a bad prognosticator because I have that bad record. I've never gotten there before. Right now, in this home stretch, because there's only like 5 weeks left in the season, now all we need to do is try to get to that 62%, 63%. So I'm probably not going to reach what I did last year, because last year I was very good last year, but this year a lot of upsets been happening. So yeah, and against the spread I went 6-6-1. That brings me up to a 18-21-1 record. In locks I went 3-0 this week, pretty good. And that brings me up to 17-13. And in upsets, and my upset was the Chicago Bears beating the Denver Broncos. That didn't work out, so I'm 4-7. Let's get on to this week's picks, and I'm actually on time for this one. Thanksgiving. We got 3 pretty good games coming up. The Eagles at the Lions. I know you guys could call this a toilet bowl, but it's the Eagles that's playing, and if they lose, I'll be very happy. So, by the way, before I get into this, if you guys could recommend a website or anything that shows the line of the games and updates it correctly, because my ESPN app, if I get some of these picks wrong, like the line is messed up because it hasn't been updated. Like I don't think the Eagles and the Lions is still a pick'em game, but it says it's still a pick'em game in my ESPN app. So if you guys have another website to like that has updated lines and I can go with that, please tell me, because ESPN is being stupid. Anyway, the Eagles at the Lions. It says the pick'em game, so I'm gonna pick Detroit. It's not going to count against the spread, so boom. 20-17 is what I predict. Low scoring game. Panthers at the Cowboys. Panthers at the Cowboys. I think this is my first lock of the week, and I got 3 consecutive locks. So my first lock of the week, Panthers at the Cowboys. 31-17 is what I predict. Dallas is favored by 1, and I'm going to take Carolina +1. My second lock of the week, the Bears at the Packers. Bears lost at home to the Lions, but that's not happening against the Bears. Give me the Packers 32-19. I have Green Bay covering -9. The Giants at the Redskins. This is my third lock of the week. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to be picking the upset in this one, and I don't blame you, but if you guys go back into history, we've beat Washington 5 consecutive times, and we've actually gave them a bigger beatdown at their own house, as opposed to them coming to ours. We do play better on the road when it comes to Washington, so I'm telling you guys to pick the Giants and lock them up this week, because and it's not biased. I really think we're going to put up some big points against them. I predict 35-21. I'll have my New York Giants covering the 2.5 point spread. So yeah, New York Giants minus the 2.5. Raiders at the Titans. This is the time where the Titans really need to show that the playoffs are out of the question now. Playoffs are out of the question. You're not making the playoffs, that's it. But you could still, finish this off with a 9-7 record, finish this off with an 8-8 record. So I don't think you want to have another disappointing year being a losing record. So they could still fight for something, and that's at least some reputation. And they need to beat the Titans. They need to beat the Titans here. I love Marcus Mariota. I love what he's doing there, but they need to beat the Titans. So 26-19 is what I predict. Oakland is favored -1.5, and I'll take Oakland -1.5. Bills at the Chiefs. This is going to be a close game. Kansas City's favored -5. But this team both have great defenses and an offense that can explode whenever they feel like it. Whenever, it's on and off with both of these guys' offenses. So, it's going to be a low-scoring game. It's going to be a defensive game. It's going to be a game where it's a ground-and-pound game. Charkandrick West versus LaShawn McCoy and Carlos Williams. So, give me the Chiefs 21-17, but I'm going to take Buffalo plus the 5. So, they're going to cover but not win. My upset pick of the week, the Buccaneers at the Colts. Indianapolis is favored by 3. But I feel that the Buccaneers are really, Jameis Winston is really improving from, ever since that Giants game. He didn't throw a pick in that Giants game. Before the Giants game. Ever since then, he's just been on a roll, besides the 2 picks against the Cowboys, but he's been on a roll. 9 touchdowns and 2 interceptions in the past, 5 games, 6 games, something like that. So, and those picks came from one game, so, one game. So, yeah, I'm going to take the Buccaneers in this one. The Colts have a bad defense when it comes to the pass defense and the rush defense. And you saw what Doug Martin pulled off against the Eagles, who has a great run defense. And you saw what Mike Evans can do, and Vincent Jackson, because they are huge wide receivers, and you cannot cover these guys. So, give me the Buccaneers 24-20, and give me Tampa Bay plus the 3. Saints at the Texans. Wow. Oh man, the Saints are joking. Why the hell did we lose to them? Oh man, the Saints are a joke. But yeah, give me the Texans, man. 35-14. Houston's covering -3. Vikings at the Falcons. Atlanta is favored in this one, -2.5. But why on earth would Minnesota lose this game? Why? I'm taking Minnesota after what Atlanta pulled off against the Colts, where they could have put that game away. That game could have been put away at halftime. It was 21-7 at halftime. Come on. So, give me the Vikings 27-21. I wouldn't be surprised if Minnesota scores more points, but 27-21 is where I'm getting at. So, I'll take Minnesota plus the 2.5. Rams at the Bengals. I could have locked this one up, but I already have 3 locks, so that's all I put the limit on, 3 locks a week. So, Rams at the Bengals. I really like the Rams. I really wanted them to make the playoffs, but their schedule is not favorable right now, and they're 4-5, so, or 4-6, something like that. So, playoffs are out of the question, but it's whatever. The Bengals are going to win 36-20. I'll have Cincinnati covering the 8-point spread in a blowout. Chargers at the Jaguars. Oh man, is this the toilet bowl? Holy crap. But the Jaguars aren't really looking that bad. They're actually fighting for a playoff spot if the Colts lose to the Buccaneers and the Jaguars, I don't even know what the record is, and the Jaguars beat the Chargers, and they're right back in it. I'm pretty sure they'll be tied. And the Texans are probably going to win. So, Texans are probably going to get the division if the Colts lose and the Jaguars win. So, give me the Jaguars to win 24-20, and give me the Jacksonville Jaguars to cover the 3.5-point spread. Can the Chargers win? Yes, because they're not the bad team that their record insists they are, but they have been playing bad these past few weeks, so I think that's going to continue on the road. The West Coast coming to the East Coast, not that simple. So, yeah. Dolphins at the Jets. I know the Jets have been struggling as of late, but the Dolphins Dolphins get slapped around by the Jets every year. So, well, not every year. The last year I think they swept them, but they do occasionally, and they did this year. So, the Jets win 27-14. Have the Jets covering that 3.5 point spread. The Cardinals at the 49ers. Man, this is not even fair. This isn't even a rivalry or anything, but Cardinals at the 49ers. Holy crap. The Cardinals are going to win 41-13, and I'm just being generous. Like, I honestly think it's probably going to be 160-3, but, you know. Yeah, so obviously I'll have Arizona covering the 10.5 point spread. Steelers at the Seahawks in my game of the week. I mean, not game of the week. My game of the week is the Panthers at the Cowboys. I know it's not everybody else's game of the week, but I'm really excited to see that game. My game to watch is the Steelers at the Seahawks. Seahawks are favored by 4, but I'm going to take the Steelers to actually beat the Seahawks. The Seahawks have been struggling at home, struggling in away games. They're just struggling, period. So, and this Steelers defense is very underrated. So I'm going to take the Steelers here, 29-19. So I'm going to take Pittsburgh plus the 4. Patriots at the Broncos, Sunday Night Football. It would have been better for Peyton to actually be there, but it's going to be Brock Osweiler versus Patriots, and Brock Osweiler's not gonna pick off, pieces on this Patriots defense. So give me the Patriots to win in a blowout, 31-13. Take New England -3. Ravens at the Browns. So Justin Forsett is out for the year, but it's not really much of a downside because you got Buck Allen, the rookie, Javarius Allen. He's actually not bad. So I scouted him a lot when I was doing rankings for prospects, college prospects, and he's a very good running back. But you got Joe Flacco out for the year, and you got Matt Schaub starting, and I'm not sure about Matt Schaub. So give me the Browns to sweep the Ravens this year, 24-10. Cleveland is favored -2.5, and I'll take Cleveland minus the 2.5. So that is it for all the picks this week, guys. Got any questions? Got any comments? Leave it in the comment section below. If there's anything I missed, hopefully I didn't. If I missed anything, you guys let me know. If you guys have questions, let me know. Power rankings in the description below. So I will see you guys later. Bye. By the way, if the Cowboys lose this one, I don't want to hear any of you Cowboys fans saying you're making the Super Bowl or even the playoffs. I don't want to hear that junk. No more. No more. Peace out.